Hello ladies and gentlemen and everyone above, below, or in between. After loading up a video yesterday, I just decided to do a quick little current events vid and directed folks to other people's channels to cover all the different news topics or whatever that's going on. Oh man, we just not a handful of minutes later, we got more shit going on. And it's, you know, more updates happen for the UCLA shooting, and more updates for Trump and some of the Trump protesters. So without getting too far into it, without coming up with any kind of nonsense for filler, let's just get into it. This is just going to be the pictures I took on Twitter. Here we go. This is a picture of the Boston bombing. And it's a nice little caption that pretty much just sets it all in stone up for you right here. It's called, "It isn't Islamophobia when they are really trying to kill you." Just in time for the weekend, too. There we go. Anti-Trump protesters admit to answering Craigslist ad, getting paid to protest Trump. That's by a gentleman calling himself Always Trump, at Always Trump. What else do we have here? We've already seen that one. What do we have here? Police use megaphone to tell crowd to leave now or you will be arrested. Protesters shout back, "We don't follow the law." And of course I reply with, tells you everything you need to know. Straight up. Those are the Trump protesters. And yes, I believe almost all of them are legal immigrants paid for by George Soros. You know what I mean? Criminal activity kind of nonsense. But I'm not going to do any pieces on George Soros. I'm just going to do the pieces of everything else. I'm going to let the pros handle that. All right. Yeah, there's a ton of GIFs last night, GIF files. You know, small animations, because there's so much footage of people that were pro-Trump getting assaulted by anti-Trump protesters waving a Mexican flag or whatever. I couldn't find any of those GIFs. Last night I just got to retweeting a crap ton of them. I couldn't find any of them. And there was a bunch of men getting assaulted left, right, and center. And there were a couple ladies too. They were getting pelted by eggs, things being tossed at them. Out of all that, no, this is the only thing I could find. One still image. One still image. And it's just mind-blowing. Don't freaking get it. All that other stuff was deleted. It makes no sense. It was legit too. It was live news. So anyway, yeah, this is a chart, and pretty much like yesterday I did a show on the UCLA shooting thing, and you know, I just looked at the reality of today. And I just put all those into the equation. I completely forgot about this chart, which was basically violent crime rates dropping. And if you'll see the numbers right here, it's year 2000, 2005. Here's the 1990s right here. And here's the 1980s. Here's 1975. So you can tell that the crime rate really drastically dropped. The violent crime rate dropped. So when you know, I'm just not used to this information right here. I'm just not used to always thinking of people in general just being you know, being better raised, or not always resorting to violence. I'm just not used to that. All right, you know, I got several years of narrative that I gotta yank out. But these are the stats in America back in the day, as per the FBI back in the day. And I miss days like that. And this is before we've had Obama in charge. All right. So I want everybody to make a note of that, because after Obama's been in charge for a while, we got FBI agents on the scene at UCLA campus. Apparently, there's some folks getting rowdy. So there's some folks starting to shoot up a bunch of civilians. I don't know why they didn't go to any of those politicians' campaigns. You know, I don't know why they didn't go there, because you got billions of people there. So, you know what I mean? That, you know, this kind of is just off the wall crazy. So anyway, Here we are, PBS with Obama to gun owners. I'm not looking to disarm you. And that's at NewsHour. And of course the NRA responds with, except if they're on a college campus. And of course he tweets at the president with the hashtag UCLA. Next up, Dr. Lee Villett. Some gentleman and another gentleman calling himself Clinton. What law specifically would have prevented yesterday's UCLA shooting? And of course he's doing that with sarcasm there, because he knows the answer. And of course Dr. Lee Villett, MD, answers none. Fanatics do not obey laws. UCLA killer had kill list, equaling plan, evil, kill with any weapon. There you go, that's a nice little tidbit. Oh yeah, UCLA students, faculty gather for vigil held to mourn professor killed in campus shooting. Here we go. And I got a nice little image of that. Should be the next one up. There we are. Boom. This isn't a rock concert, people. These are people mourning. There it is. That's from ABC over there. Good Morning America. Next up, what do we got? Mr. Darren Kevinicky finds a nice story from thecrimefeed.com. UCLA shooter Sarkar also allegedly murdered his wife, reportedly had a kill list. And of course the NRA is also on top of the UCLA hashtag. Reminder, gun-free zones are not gun-free. Next one. Here is a complete profile of the Muslim UCLA shooter. And of course he makes note of is religion. Stanford. Jesus. Yeah, I don't need to put that in. That's pretty much crime feed right here. You're going to see it. Boom. This is the crime feed. Investigation discovery. UCLA shooter Manak Sarkar also allegedly murdered his wife, reportedly had a kill list. Next picture. Police investigators believe the man behind yesterday's murder-suicide at the University of California at Los Angeles. Mr. Sarkar is also responsible for the murder of a woman in Minnesota identified as his wife. Sarkar is believed to have left a short kill list which included the 2 victims and a 3rd professor who has not been harmed. Next image. According to KCCO, a note found after yesterday's shooting at UCLA, Sarkar shot engineering professor William Klug before turning the gun on himself. Led investigators to a home in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, where Ashley Hastie was found, dead from an apparent gunshot wound. According to the station, Hastie and Sarkar were married in 2011. Hey, remember that chart I showed y'all, right? Anyway, moving right along. Investigators found a kill list inside the home, which had the names of both Klug and Hastie, as well as a 3rd person identified as another UCLA professor who has thankfully not been harmed, while early reports suggested that Sarkar had killed Klug before he was despondent about his grades. Earlier reports suggested that Sarkar had killed Plug because he was despondent about his grades. It's apparent that there's still much more to learn about this tragic story. Of course, there's the chick that he shot, his wife. And here we are. Police believe Sarkar drove to Minnesota to Los Angeles after killing Hasty. Still searching for his 2003 Nissan Sentra. The vehicle has Minnesota license plate 720KTW. Read more at WCCO, CBS, Minnesota, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, folks, just in time for the weekend. Good luck to all. Good luck on your projects. Peace out.